And if I look at the analytics, I get to see what people actually care about. So if we go down to engagement, well, for number one, I get to see in this video, I'm going to show you how you need to survive as a small YouTube channel, because I am a small channel right now. And I've also started multiple social media accounts on Instagram and other platforms and grown an audience of over 30,000 people, and also have made over 6 figures online. And now I transitioned my business onto YouTube, and I'm more than confident, 110% confident, actually 1,000% confident that this is actually working for me. And I'm going to show you how it's working for me and how it's going to work for you should you follow these principles. So when we're going to talk about these things about surviving as a small YouTube channel, I want you to follow along, because I wrote down 4 simple principles you need to follow. And I'm going to always back them up with showing my screen to you and showing you how I'm doing it and how you can do it as well. It's very simple. The first one is decide on a transformable niche. Now, what this means is you don't need to be like everyone else when it comes to posting videos like vlogs or vacations or how to work out. You want to make sure that you are putting your viewers first, meaning, yes, people want to lose weight. Yes, people watch videos of other YouTubers vlogging, but the problem is we want them to get a transformation from our videos. This is how you're going to grow and survive as a small YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how this works in just, let's say, 10 seconds. Okay. But a transformable niche is always going to bring someone from point A to point B. It's not going to just entertain. And this is one of the biggest mistakes I made when I used to post fitness videos. I thought everybody and their mother cared about how I looked in the gym, me working out. Oh, I'm super motivated, but it didn't help or educate anyone. But what if I told you that making this simple switch that I'm going to show you right now on my desktop, all right, I actually created a 30 niche ideas template, and it has links. It has YouTubers that have already had transformable niches or niches, and it's also in the health, wealth, or relationship category. Now, the health, wealth, and relationship category that you see on the left here is the main 3 transformable niches or niches that are on YouTube. And I thought that I'd do the homework for you and allow you to have access to this document. So if you're ever, motivated or passionate about anything in the health, wealth, or relationships, for example, in the health, we got if you're a shift worker, how to survive and work out. If you're in nursing, how to have nutrition secrets, right? Or gut health handbook. Or even if you're in the wealth niche with money, if you know how to if you know how to tax prep, or if you show someone how to start your food truck business, or show someone how to use Excel for entrepreneurs, or even relationships, dating red flag people who post videos on YouTube, or love languages. All right, that people who post videos on YouTube, or healing after a heartbreak. There are so many different topics that you can choose from that you may be passionate about. So I encourage you to look through this list, because it took me a couple hours to find the right people for you. And shameless plug, you're going to be able to get access to this list inside of my private new Passion to Profits community. And you can find that in the link in the description down below. It's going to be no charge at all. Okay. Now, getting back into it, I want to talk about number 2, which is having a system, not ideas. Okay. So before we even get into it, I want you to understand that system stands for, I'm going to zoom in so you know I'm serious. Okay. Because I really want you to pay attention to this. System stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. Okay. System stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. All right. Now, we're not going to create an iPhone, even though an iPhone is a system. What we're actually going to create is a system that makes our lives easier when it comes to creating content in a transformable niche that helps someone get from point A to point B. And we're going to do it so consistently that people are going to literally want to just subscribe to you because you're so consistent. You won't stop showing up in their faces. This is why my channel has grown the way it has. And every time I slow down on posting consistently, or every day or every other day, my analytics, my numbers always drop. And I can't lie to you. I'm not going to give you the fluff you want to hear. You need to be consistent because nobody knows who you are. Let me tell you all. When I was on Instagram, and I'm going to show you on my page, all right, as we go up here. When I was on Instagram, right, I had an audience of over 30,000 people, and I still do. I just don't post on Instagram right now. I did not give anyone my YouTube link. I could have easily had a good 2,000 people come over on YouTube and watch my videos, but I decided to start from zero without them knowing, without them being able to click a link, without them having to know, oh, well, we already follow him on Instagram. Let's go to YouTube. They don't know. And I wanted to show you that this is working for me, and I'm showing you the principles. All right. So pay attention here. When we have a system, I want you to understand that you will never fall to the level of your goals. You will always fall to the level of your systems. What do I mean by this? A lot of us have goals of growing a YouTube, becoming monetized, having passive income roll in with things that we're passionate about and that we can honestly talk about all day. Okay. It can feel exciting, especially when you see someone else doing that journey. I get excited as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what if I told you that the person that's successful and the person that fails, they both have the same goal? What makes one succeed and the other one continuously fail if they both have the same goal? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you exactly what makes them fail. The one that succeeds has a system. It's easy for them to get started. It's easy for them to just, oh my gosh, today wasn't the best day, but hey, I have my system in place. All I have to do is a little bit of work and I know it's going to be completed. While the other person who has goals, they are goal driven. So they might not have the best day in the world. And they're like, well, today I'm just going to take a break because I just need it. I need a day off. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to give yourself a day off, give yourself a day off after you've worked the system. We find this, and I'm not going to talk your head off about this. I just want you to know that you already follow a system. You work a 9 to 5. You work a full-time or a part-time job, right? What if I told you that they trained you how to do the job weeks ago or months ago or years ago, however long you've been working the job? They've trained you how to do the job so well that you know as soon as you come in, you clock in and you know exactly what to do. Even if you're not having the best day, you still execute and do something to help the business turn gears and generate income. Okay. This is a system. How do we have this for ourselves so we can grow as a small YouTube channel? This is exactly how it happens. All right. Remember, a system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. You don't want to create ideas. You don't want to, okay, well, what am I going to create today? Let me write down ideas in my notebook. No, this is what a system looks like. I'm going to share my screen again. And I want to show you, for example, okay, so this is a system that I created. And I call this the Passion to Profit YouTube Toolbox. And I will show you right here, if you like, let's say you want to start recording videos in your car, okay, because you're out and about all the time. Maybe you don't have a home setup and you just want to make things simple. I have a mobile camera setup and I have an at-home camera setup. Right now, you're seeing my at-home camera setup. You see my desktop screen. I'm drawing on my iPad. I have my iPhone I'm recording on, and I have my microphone standing right here. All right. But for my mobile camera setup, and this is what happens. Let me show you. Okay. So I have this little, you can call it a vlogging camera or whatever. These are like the little cameras people put on top of their helmets when they're doing like sports activities and stuff. And it's so simple. Actually, let me get my microphone. Okay. So I bought, that's not even the right bag. Hold on. That was a waterproof bag. That was a waterproof bag. Okay, so here's the right bag, right? I bought a couple items, about 4 items in total for me to have the simple setup, just in case, like, for example, I went to a hotel this previous weekend and I wasn't here at my at-home setup, and I used this setup to record my videos. It was so simple. I have a camera. I have a handheld. It charges the camera. Right? When I turn it on, it charges the camera. So I have extended battery life. The camera will turn on in about 2 seconds. Okay, this is not no fancy camera where I have a lens attachment and I need a tripod. I don't want to do all that. You all see that right there, right? Let me flip the screen so you guys can see. You see? So I got my setup like that. And in this little bag here, I'm going to show you. This little bag here, I have like this really, really small microphone. Okay, it's really, really cool. All right, so this is a little microphone. And all I do, it has a little magnet to it that you all can see. All right, I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm just showing you my system. So let's just say I'm out here at home and I'm like, man, you know what? I didn't record a video for today. I need to be consistent. So instead of me thinking about an idea and then waiting till I get home for the perfect moment, the sun to set, and then for me to like get all comfortable and get my hair ready and wash my face, and you know how it goes as a small YouTuber, right? Instead of me doing all that, if I'm passionate in the moment about sharing something and I have value to share and I want to share a point in my life, I get this magnet, I get this microphone, I put it on the inside of my shirt, clip it on, and in 2 seconds, this microphone is going to turn on. And this camera is already on. And I just hit record. I forgot I took my SD card out before this before this video, but I have an SD card that goes inside of the camera that stays in there until it's full or until I'm ready to like export it and put it on my laptop. But you get the point. This is my system. So I just put this in my book bag just in case. And whenever I know I need to make a video for the day, if I'm not home, I just pop that thing out and I'm like, you know what? I'm passionate about this. Let me go ahead and give this value. I hold it. I record it. I have had successful videos by just doing that. Like, you don't have to be in a perfect situation for you to have success with YouTube. Check this out. This is a real live example of me doing that. Check this out. So if I go to my YouTube dashboard and I go to content and I scroll down a little bit, the video is right here. This video got 802 views. It's my highest viewed video this month. Look at this. This is exactly what happened. I was in a car. I was in the car. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want it to. Oh, wait, I can still play it. You see that? I'm actually in the car. I'm in, like, I have this camera sitting on my steering wheel and I'm recording, and the little microphone is right there. You all can see it. The little microphone is right there. Okay. It's not hard for you to have a system that helps you grow your YouTube and be consistent. You just need things that are easy for you to set up. You don't need to have the fancy setup. I just let you know, I just was recording on my iPhone. I'm recording on my iPhone right now. But that is what a system looks like. I don't create ideas. I literally have a camera in my book bag that I just sit just in case I need to make a video. Okay. And then I have an at-home setup, and I can show you all how this looks. It's going to be a little bit, actually, I'm just going to be vulnerable. I'm just going to take the camera off real quick. So y'all just saw that I almost fell. Anyways. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and switch this. Okay, so I got my MacBook right here, and I have a program running that helps me record. My iPhone is completely wireless, and then I have it set up on this little tripod right here. Okay, this is what holds my iPhone. And then here we got my iPad sitting right there, and that's it. And I have my microphone, of course, right here. Okay, that's my setup. Microphone, iPad, laptop, tripod, and it's wireless. Apple is amazing with their technology. So hold on one second. Okay. I told you I was going to give y'all the real. So Apple is amazing with their technology. If you're not using it to your advantage, what are you doing? Okay. Now, if you want my toolbox with these items, then you can find that in the Passion to Profits community that I just showed you. And it's hyperlinked. Yes, it is Amazon affiliate. And the reason why I have that, I'm only going to promote products that I use. I'm not going to give you a list of the products I use and then a cheaper option. I don't believe that's serving you well. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me just because it's cheaper. I would want somebody to give me their honest opinion because they actually utilize the items. That's why I showed you on the camera, and I'm actually showing you everything. Okay. Anyways, that'll be also in the Passion to Profits community. Again, no charge at all for you joining. Link to that is in the description. down below. All right. Number 3 is to post to get analytics, not subscriptions or watch hours. Okay. If you want to survive as a small YouTuber and actually grow your channel, you need to make sure that you're posting not to get subscribers, not to get monetized. I know it sounds backwards and it's not your fault because everybody has told you post so you can get monetized, or go live so you can get a whole bunch of watch hours, or post shorts. No. This is what you want to do. You want to post consistently so you end up having analytics. Analytics is going to tell you what people like. Remember when I told you I made that car video? Like if I go right here and it has 800 views, right? It has 800 views. And then we go, let me zoom in for you all so you can see. All right. Remember that video that has 800 views? And if I look at the analytics, I get to see what people actually care about. So if we go down to engagement, well, for number 1, I get to see when people drop off. All right. When I say something, does it spike up? Did people drop off the longer I talked? And that usually always happens. But I could have improved on some moments as I'm scanning this little line graph right here. Okay. But it says 51% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark, which YouTube wants at least 50% of your viewers to be around the 30-second mark. You know, so now I get to rewatch my video and see what I said in the hook in the first 30 seconds that really intrigued people to stay. Right. So not only that, but I get to see my audience. I get to see who I'm talking to. This is all from my analytics. So again, yeah, you want subscribers, you want to get monetized, you want 4,000 watch hours. But before you get any of those, before you get subscribers, before you get watch hours, you have to get people to watch your videos. Okay. If you don't get people to watch your videos or click your videos, YouTube cannot tell you these things. So another example is most of you all watch me on a mobile device. Now I know, hey, use your phone to record because all of you have phones, you know, or even seeing how many of you watch my videos that are subscribed that are versus not subscribed. And that's good. More people watch my videos and they're not subscribed. This means my videos are getting in front of new people. 58% of my audience from this video is from the United States. I'm from the US. Great. 100%. That's kind of crazy. 100% of this video were males. So I guess the way I talk, the way I explain things, men just are able to receive this really well. Doesn't mean that women don't, but at the same time, these aren't things that I'm making up. This is stuff that I'm putting out, that I'm consistent with, that I get to see results in because I've been consistent. And then I also see that most of my audience is 25 to 34 years old. Great. That's my age range. So now I'm not talking like a teenager. I mean, I know that my second biggest group are 18 to 24-year-olds, but mostly of them, I mean, like when you hit 18, you got 2 years to hit 20. So that means there's 4 years of being 20 and there's 2 years of, 2 years of being a teenager. So most of my viewers are 24 to 34 years old. You get what I'm saying? So that shows me that people my age are resonating with me. I don't have to read a script. I don't have to be super analytical and show you that I'm trying to be somebody I'm not, you know? Anyways, this is what analytics show you. And of course, let me zoom back out here. And of course, you get to see even more analytics over time. We got 119 watch hours in the past 28 days so far. All right, that's pretty good for my channel. And one of the videos, and I'm not going to go on a whole rant here. This not the point of this video, but I'm just showing you all for inspiration. One of my videos like took off this morning. All right. I didn't know it was going to take off. I literally posted it yesterday. I literally posted that video yesterday. How I gained 700 subscribers in 7 months. I got some hate on it. Some people were like, oh, well, this dude got 700 subs and he thinks he's doing something. And, you know, my mindset towards it is I'm doing more than what I was doing last year. That's what I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for the people that actually get to become inspired from my journey. Anyways, I get to see that, let's see for their engagement. This is actually my first time looking at this. So these numbers are like really pretty crazy. Let's see. That's not good. I had a huge drop off rate in the first 30 seconds. So whatever I said here wasn't sticking. But it's so crazy how this video got so many views. It got a little bit of watch time. So I need to improve off of that. So whatever I said here, do not promise something because you're consistent. You need to be consistent, but have the right principles with consistency. So maybe just dropping the truth in the first 30 seconds isn't a great idea. Maybe I need to be more soft-spoken and, see what people are actually receiving better. But anyways, we got a pretty good amount of views with that and a pretty good amount of watch hours as well. 61% of my audience was on mobile phone and 38% was on computer. And the rest of the data we can go through in a later time. But the whole point is that you want to post to be consistent. This is what consistency looks like. Now I'm getting more engagement on my videos. Shout out to all of you who are in here who may be watching this video. I appreciate the support. All right. But I don't usually get this many comments on my videos. I'm going to make this a norm because I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to know what makes people want to comment because I've been posting and seeing what works and what doesn't work. I've noticed that putting the YouTube sticker in my thumbnails work better. I've noticed that talking about YouTube analytics and YouTube growth and having passions and having freedom and using YouTube to do this gathers more people together that are actually posting videos, not just people who just say they want to do something and then end up not doing it. And that took me a long time to figure out. But over that long time, let me see here. If we look at this is going to be crazy because I know one day we're going to get monetized. We're going to get monetized and these bars are going to be full. I know one day 726 subs is going to hit 1,000 soon. I know one day 1,379 public watch hours is going to hit above 4,000. But that to me is huge because I get to learn what you as the viewer like the most. And I don't attach myself to the numbers. I attach myself to the identity of someone who shows up and like people can rely on. And that allows me to focus on the analytics so I can focus on what you actually like, if that makes sense. I went on a large tangent on that one, but I wanted to show you all the real, like I promised. Now, this fourth one is just a principle. I don't need to share my screen for this. And I want to get deep with you all because it's going to probably hurt your feelings a little bit if you are offended by wealthy people or rich people. And honestly, a lot of my videos are all of wealth and rich and not getting rich, but building wealth with content and starting a YouTube and having your own product or service. But you shouldn't feel offended by it, but you don't want to have a poor people mindset. You want to have a wealthy people mindset. And I say that because I'm reading this book right now. And as I pull this up, this book by Myron Golden, and it's called Trash Man to Cash Man. And if you've ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's very similar to that, but I support Myron and he's a really good mentor. I'm going to get in his program one day, but nevertheless, if I can find the app, all right, I got it on the Kindle app. I'm reading this book that he published, and it talks about the rich mindset versus the poor mindset. And here's the thing. I'm just going to name scenarios and tell you which one is poor and which one is wealthy. And you need to start implementing these changes in your life. For example, in his book, right, I got it open right here. Okay. In his book, Trash Man to Cash Man, he mentions that poor people like being entertained. This is what the book looks like, by the way. Hopefully it can focus on it. All right. Trash Man to Cash Man. Okay. So the book explains poor people like to be entertained. Wealthy people like to be educated. This doesn't mean that you just go to college. Like you don't even have to go to college. Like if you guys just knew, like I got a career in tech right now and I don't have a degree. I just have experience and I'm really good with talking with people and solving problems. Okay. But that's not the flex. I'm here to tell you that poor people want to be entertained. This means, oh, what's on Netflix? Or, oh yeah, I seen a new Black Mirror episode. I'm not throwing no shade at you. The reason why I mentioned Black Mirror is because my brother literally told me that. He's in college himself. And I was like, go ahead and spoil it. I don't even want to be tempted with watching Netflix. I deleted it from my iPad. I deleted it from all my phones. Like, I'm good. I'm all in on focusing on growth and giving value because I'm going to hit my goals. But most importantly, I'm going to be the person that I've always wanted to be and be proud of that person. And a lot of the times we cannot have a poor mindset and be wealthy. Wealthy people usually don't talk about TV and episodes. Okay? If they do, it's because they've hit their goals, they've hit their targets. TV has never made you wealthy. Scrolling on Instagram or YouTube and watching pointless, funny stuff has never gotten you wealthy. It's actually just wasted your time. The poor mindset versus the wealthy mindset are completely different. The poor people mindset, they don't want to invest in themselves. Wealthy people understand that self-education is the biggest and best investment you can ever make because nobody can take the knowledge from you. With the poor people mindset, people always just praise the degree and say things like, well, nobody can take your degree from you. Your degree is a sheet of paper. They can take it from you. It's the knowledge and experience you have that came with the degree. But now what else? Do you stop after that? Anyways, I don't want to go into this whole, create a whole sermon off of the poor and the wealthy mindset. We can go on and that. And maybe I'll do it on another video. But for right now, you need to know the 4 things that'll help your small YouTube channel survive, but also grow. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And if you're following the journey, I appreciate you. We're going to hit these goals and you're going to get inspired every time I post a video. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can see the growth, but you can also, most importantly, learn off of someone who's in the mud just like you. Okay. And if you want to be around like-minded individuals who post content on YouTube about things they're passionate about so they can have a life of freedom by posting content and eventually having your own product or service to sell. Okay. Join the Passion to Profit community. And again, you're going to get the resources I talked about here in this video. And I'll see you in the community. All right. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.